Welcome everyone to this Let's Play of Minecraft in my private solo world. The sun is about to start shining on our lovely world, so let's have a look. There's been some changes. Looks like I've got a little buddy come to play. But you may not recognise this vantage point. This vantage point is new. It is my new tower of... I don't know what it's a tower of, but it's actually a very, very nice tower, in fact. Let's go and have a look at it from outside. Let's get rid of our interloper. Ouch! Well, I got rid of him anyway. So let's get rid of our interloper and just fill in the holes he's left behind. Let's take another vantage point over here. Pop up over here. This is quite a handy place to view my empire from. And yes, there is my new tower. Can't quite, let's see if I can get over a bit. Can't quite see it. It's a model, an example I got from a website called Blocks and Gold. It's 3 stories. We have a larger storage area on the bottom, the entrance area here. We then have living quarters, bedroom, and a lovely tented roof up there. So let's just go and have a pop back in and just see how all this is put together whilst we do a few further repairs, little cosmetic repairs there. So let's pop in. Now, from the outside, some of the cosmetic details, we have this nice brick foundation. That worked rather well. I did try smooth stone to begin with, but that didn't quite work out. So the brick's good. Then we have cobble for the main walls, and then these 3 high windows. Now, I wouldn't have thought of doing 3 high windows. And the shutter is actually in the floor of the floor above. So, and that works really well. And I really like this too, this sort of fan light. We've got, there we go, 1, 2, 3. And then we've got a slab at the bottom of this 3rd block here to leave a sort of fan light here, which I think works really well. I like that. So let's pop in. This is going to be my storage area. I've got my workbench, furnace and a couple of chests there, but let's go up to the 1st floor. This is the living quarters, just got a little table and chairs here, and this is the the vantage point, yes, with the fan light. This is my little vantage point that I can look over my empire from. There's my old little castle up there. Quite like that actually, but there we go. Within this tower now. So let's close the door and up we go into the bedroom. I have my little bed here, little storage chest, which is full of eggs, and we'll explain why that's full of eggs in a minute. So yes, nothing here. I'm going to put some bookshelves in here when I get paper and books, and then up to the roof. Now I really like the roof. This tent area actually makes it feel quite cramped, but that's kind of what you feel like when you're under a tent. It is actually quite low, so that kind of gives it a really good feel. We've got fence posts holding it up, and that works really well. And instead of doing what I've often done, which is put slabs on top of full blocks, this design has half blocks and full blocks, slabs and full blocks, which makes the wall a little bit lower and still makes it look rather good. So I quite like that. Now you'll see our multicolour farm over there, and I think we shall pop over there next. So let's just go down to the ground floor, as you do. Pressure plate to open the door. Lazy, good for nothing that I am. We've still got our standard houses, but I have built this one. I did build this merchant house. Now I haven't used the brick on the foundation, so I thought I might go round the foundations and add brick. But this is the larger house of the ones I've done. That was the first one. This was the design that included the extra wall on the outside. This was the full wall, larger again, and then finally we go into this large merchant's house. A beam to support this upper level. Little farm here, and hence you can see why I'm running high on supplies of chickens. This is the lower room, which you might use as a storage room. And then, oh, oh dear, let's get rid of that. Let's shut the door. And then we go up to the upper level. Now, I used slabs originally, but now that I have some wool, I'll probably do what I did up there and replace this with wool. We then have our upper room, a little bit cramped, low ceiling here, and then up to a roof section up here at the top. And again, we've used sort of a lower wall, but just to stop me throwing myself off, I have actually put up this fence. So I think that looks rather good. So let's just drop down here, back down to this larger building. That's very, very much a rich merchant's house. Now, I've filled in this large section in here. This was our mine area. Still got the shaft going down there, but I filled that in. I've built a little market stall using an awning coming down there. I don't know if you like that. Still got to do some clutter around it, but I think this looks like a rather nice market stall. Works rather well. Tent pole in the middle. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do with this. Maybe I'll turn it into some sort of ornamental lake or pond. And then we have our multicoloured farm. This is why I'm doing so well on wool. I have expanded this farm. This is twice the size it used to be. I've simply bred sheep. I have actually got rid of some of these chickens. They were rather ruling the roost, so I have actually reduced the number of chickens. But we have our multicolour sheep there, which will supply me well for all the wool I need to replace those slabs. And around the corner here, I have a little design for a compact and bijou egg farm. Just because I like to see my chickens, I have a wall of glass with a hopper into... oh, it's raining. Never rains, it pours. Hopper into which all my eggs are now appearing. Unfortunately, now that it's full, they are not actually dropping into the chest, but you can see it's collecting rather a lot of eggs, so I might have to increase the size of that chest. But if we pop up to the top here, a little set of steps leads me up to, I just filled this in with slabs either side just to wall that in, and then slabs around the edge so my chickens can't get out. And you'd be surprised actually, because it seems that baby animals love... oh dear. It seems that baby animals really love being with adults. So what I've done is I threw eggs into here, and any babies that escaped tended to just run straight round and come back in and jump in, which is brilliant. Fantastic. Yes, just keep chucking eggs in here, and you have yourself a very compact egg farm. So occasionally chickens will escape. They will quantum tunnel out of the farm, but that works really well. I really like that. It's much more compact than the water conveyor belt designs I have made before. And it works really well. Now, I got this design from something you'll remember. I don't know if he was the inventor or just copied it from somebody else, but thank you to him for showing it to me. That worked really well. So thank you for that. Now, if we pop over here into the arable farm we have here, I've actually got from the mob grinder, we actually got a carrot, and I have been breeding carrots. If you breed carrots the same way you might breed sheep and chickens, so I have been expanding the number of carrots I have, because potatoes grow really well, and you just end up with millions of them. So you're never going to run short of potatoes. However, you may well run short of carrots, and I want to use carrots to tempt Porky over there into another pen, because we could do with some wasn't pork really. So I think what we're going to do, we're going to put down where we go, what happened there? And we got potatoes. I've loaded didn't actually harvest many carrots, so let's just put down another row, final row here of potatoes while I harvest the remaining carrots, and just fill in these rows of carrots here. So, okay, let's get those down. One row, two rows, and we'll stick a third row in, and we still have 2 carrots left over to munch on. So food is not my problem. I have potatoes coming out of my ears. I will soon have carrots. I have plenty of wheat, which I've been mainly using. To breed sheep. Now, if you're wondering why they are so many multiple colours, is that you can dye sheep. Not kill sheep, you can dye them. You can collect various flowers and plants, grind them up to make a pulp, and then you can apply them with a right click, not a left click, to your sheep, and your sheep will then be dyed that colour. Now, you can do it to the wool once you've shorn them, but if you dye them first, of course, you get a constant supply of said dyed wool. Now, when you breed 2 sheep by whacking them with the right mouse button and some wheat, they will combine colours. So red and yellow make orange, red and white make pink, and so on. Dark blue and white makes this lovely pale blue. Dark blue is lapis, so you can use lapis to colour your sheep blue. You can use ink sacs to colour your sheep black. And there are various other flowers and plants that do the intermediate colours, but don't worry, you can always re-dye your sheep if you find out you have too many blue sheep, for example. And you can use bone meal to make them white again. So if you prefer white sheep and then you want to re-dye it later, you can always do that. So I've actually been using quite a lot of yellow and white. So basic white sheep, and then dandelion pulp for yellow sheep, and that's about it. So I've had quite a fun time preparing these buildings, because these buildings are going to be the basis. Maybe I'll get under the tent here and keep dry. The basis of my new desert farm are going to be these buildings. Can't really see them from here, so let's just pop out here under the edge of the awning here. Yes, so we're going to have these various sized desert buildings, which will make our hovels for our Ethylin server desert town, and we'll have a watchtower to watch over our workers, which I will use as my main base, because I'm squatting really in the spawn house, so I really ought to build something, and that's got a nice theme to it when it's done out of smooth sandstone and sandstone. That'll look really good, so I'm really looking forward to that. So with that said, I'd like to thank you for watching, and I hope the rain finishes before I see you again soon. Take care. Bye-bye.